In this day and age, it is so much easier to go online. It's so much easier to connect to others through the wireless network we all know and love. But are we truly more connected? Hi, I'm Jerome!
And I'm Kendrick.
And this is... Hey all! Welcome to my channel, Keeping Up with JV! And today's topic, the internet. We're always on our phone, liking, sharing, tweeting, retweeting, giving messages in less than 140 characters or more, wow, and watching videos. It's so much easier to connect to others through the wireless network we all know and love. But are we truly more connected? Or maybe we connect online but become disconnected offline.
I'm Alex, guidance counselor in grade 11.
My name is Matthew Romero. I'm a faculty of the Computer Education Department.
I'm Father Roy Ragas, Jesuit. I work here as formator at Aruba International Residence, which is our formation house.
In your own words, what is the definition of cyber addiction?
Cyber addiction, uncontrollable impulses towards something. In that case, web browsing.
I think it's excessive use of the internet.
For me, cyber addiction is when you've been using the internet for more than a given number of time. For example, you've been playing the internet for, let's say, 8 hours straight without resting. Or you've been on Facebook for like 12 hours straight without resting, and you've been taking for granted your own health. If you've been playing for 6 hours straight, but you haven't eaten dinner or lunch, and if this happens for multiple times during the week, that's an indication already that you're using the internet and the computer for a really long time.
When does internet usage go too far?
Actually, my undergrad thesis is exposure to such thing. And too much exposure to that thing could cause addiction. So, ibig sabihin, if you are not aware that you are allotting too much time for that particular thing, ibig sabihin, unti-unti ka na rin nagkakaroon ng addiction. In that case, pag-browse, pag-Facebook.
However, there are certain times when you will use the internet for a really long time, pero you're using it in a good way. For example, you're researching. But like they say, too much of something is bad enough. I'm not saying that using the internet is bad. Yes, but using the internet for a really long time.
Kasi actually, 1 hour or 2 hours enough sa isang araw. Pero kapag ka masyado nang lumalabis ito, naging 3 oras na, dire-diretso, I think para sa akin, it's addiction.
Are there good and bad things found online?
Of course, there are a lot of things, good or bad, that you can find on the internet. For example, information about technically anything, like science, advancement in technology, in health. Those things that enrich your mind, those are good things. You know, bad things could be things that harm other people, immature content.
If you use it for things that are already problematic at the beginning, for example, pornography.
However, you can find a lot of good things or bad things on the internet.
You know, internet is also helpful, but still, even with things that are helpful and productive, that can also be excessive when we spend more time in it and we don't have time for other important matters such as family, time with friends. If it takes up a lot of your time, and it's like everything in the world is already about that world, the virtual world, then it becomes excessive.
What could you tell teenagers in order for them to know and realize when they've gone too far in their internet usage?
Awareness of time. Kasi kung alam mo naman na sumusobra na yung oras mo sa pag-browse, pag-internet, at naapektuhan na rin yung ibang bagay na dati ginagawa mo na, kailangan gumawa ka na ng paraan para maiwasan to. Kung dati nagagawa mo pa makapaglaro ng basketball kesa mag-browse, siguro dapat ma-alarm ka na.
I've met a lot of teenagers who are really addicted to computer, and the only thing I can tell them is if you're losing your interaction with your family, if you're taking for granted your health, I think it's time to look at your daily routine and fix it.
Try to look for something more active involvement. Better to go to sports than cyber browsing or what. Oo, sige, maraming information, marami kayong the communication with other classmates pwede dyan.
This issue can't really be avoided individually unless a teenager is really guided. Interventions by the parents, by higher authorities are needed. Pero at an early stage, there has to be a realization from the person itself. Okay? Kasi kahit bigyan mo pa ng tulong yan, kahit ipa-consult mo pa yan sa mga guidance counselors, the change comes from within it. So soon enough, they'll realize na it's going to be like a domino effect. Mata mo, lalabo, pag-iisip mo, babagal na, your yearnings will be different. In what way? Na parang pag-isip mo, gusto mo na agad mag-computer, hindi ka man lang kakain, it will harm your health. They have to see that. They have to see that effect on themselves. For them to realize that they should regulate their internet usage or computer usage per se.
People who have addiction need our help. I don't think Jesus had to deal with problems of this nature, but the problems that he had to deal with, and I think in a way related to addiction, are, for example, people who were possessed by evil spirits, people who were limited in terms of their social acceptability and interaction because of their illnesses, lepers, for example, and Jesus came to liberate them out of their situation, precisely because they cannot help themselves. And people who are in situations of addiction usually are people precisely who have lost a sense of control in their lives. And sometimes it can be the point of spiritual awakening, because that is also the time when people may be able to recognize that they are not sufficient unto themselves, that in fact they need God's power. And I think that's also the point of the story of redemption, of salvation. In very particular areas of our lives, especially dealing with addiction, we cannot save ourselves. We need God to save us. You know, Pope Francis said, I believe that the power of evil is powerful, but God is even more powerful.
There's more to your day than just using the internet. There are a lot of things you can do if you step outside your home. You can play, you can travel, and the internet is always there. You can always go back to the internet anytime you want. But these things, these real life experiences, if you take them for granted, you're missing a lot of life. However, if you philosophize like that to teenagers, sometimes they still don't get it. Because technology really for them is an escape. Especially if not monitored at a really young age. Yung tipong few years old pa lang may iPad na, medyo mahirap na i-correct yun.
Real life friends are more important than virtual friends. And therefore, it's important to establish real life connections. People, life is exciting because it has many things going on. But it's important also to learn how to prioritize. The key is balance.
Yun lang talaga eh. You're missing a lot on life, you're missing a lot on relationships, you're missing a lot on interactions. Technically, you're missing a lot on life itself.
Thank you so much for watching my video on cyber addiction, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch more videos here online. Leave a like, share this video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, if you haven't already, please check my Facebook page, leave a like there, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you! But are we truly more connected? Or maybe we connect online, but become disconnected offline.